I'm thinking about the Gilgo victims, all those beautiful women with a hard life and such terrible luck. So I found this fitting quote. It's a drop of water in the sea, but after this drop, the sea will never be the same. That was written by Mother Teresa. You know, their lives mattered. They helped hunt a predator down. May they rest in peace. Welcome to the Margaret McLean Show from Costa Rica, a beautiful country to appreciate nature and reflect. In this episode, John Ray will explain why he's continuing the fight with a wrongful death lawsuit. Attorney Ray filed the civil lawsuit on behalf of Valerie Mack's 32-year-old son, Benjamin Torres, against Rex Heuermann, his ex-wife, Asa Ellerup, and his daughter Victoria in Suffolk County Supreme Court in New York.
And the other client I have is the young son of Valerie Mack. Benjamin Torres. So he was 6 years old when his mama disappeared. And by the way, she had on her ankle. If you could see there was real affection, a bond between him and his mother. She had a tattoo of Benjamin on her ankle. That's the tattoo that he cut off. But by the way, there's also a whole length of one of the legs missing. Why is that not there? What did they do with that? But that's another question. But it's back to the main point, which is that Benjamin suffered terribly. And when it was finally learned, when he finally learned not too long ago of how she died, he suffered immensely. Suffered, this poor guy. It's stunning what he's gone through because of what he's learned. And he loved his mother. You know, he was only 6 and Mama didn't come home.
Valerie had a tough life. She was born Valerie Lynn Fulton on June 2nd, 1976. She spent most of her childhood in the foster care system as her mother, Patricia Fulton, struggled with substance abuse. The Mack family adopted Valerie when she was 9 years old. Unfortunately, Valerie fell in with the wrong crowd. She developed a drug addiction early on and became involved in the sex trade. In 1994, when she was only 17 years old, she gave birth to Benjamin, and then he started living with his father in Wildwood, New Jersey. But Valerie did go back and forth quite a bit to visit her son.
As far as Benjamin is concerned, as we speak, we're drafting a complaint to bring against Heuermann and his family for the horrible things that happened, and to try to recoup some of the money that they've received. I'm not getting a penny. If
I believe,
we get any money at all, Benjamin gets it. I don't. But we're not giving up. We're going after the truth.
In the lawsuit, Valerie's son, Benjamin Torres, alleges he was deprived of his mother's care and protection and claims that his mom was tortured before her death. The lawsuit seeks monetary damages, which is money damages, and targets the profits earned by Asa Ellerup and Victoria Heuermann from that Peacock documentary about Heuermann's life, accusing them of showing a callous disregard for victims' families. They received over $1 million for that film.
And they look, you know, these people, these girls, you know, they didn't get there by themselves. And you're a lawyer and you're sitting there nicely in a nice office, as am I.
Right.
We didn't grow up like they did. We didn't have the circumstances they had. As far as Benjamin is concerned, his mother's a sex worker. She was home sometimes. Other times she wasn't. This young fella had no chance in life, if a narrow chance, which very few people can endure.
And of course, she got the tattoo of his name on her ankle. She'd been working as an escort in Philadelphia and was last seen by her family in Port Republic, New Jersey in the year 2000. Her partial remains were found on Mill Road in Manorville, New York, not long after. And additional remains were discovered in 2011 during the search for Shannon Gilbert on Ocean Parkway on Long Island in the Gilgo Beach area. Advances in DNA technology, along with the help from the FBI, led to the positive identification of the remains sadly once known as Jane Doe number 6. It's also very eerie that Rex Heuermann's planning document included instructions such as remove head and hands, remove ID marks, and this corresponds to the nature of Valerie's dismemberment. What's also very interesting is a female hair was recovered near Valerie's wrist, where a nuclear DNA match to Heuermann's daughter Victoria was made. Now, Victoria was only 3 or 4 years old at the time that Valerie was killed.
So look upon them with some mercy and say, wait a minute, they deserve what more I can give, because I understand that. So I say that because we run an operation called the Magdalene Dismas Legal Services Society, and I invented it because we help people who were buried alive by the circumstances of society and by the system and by the institutions, and that's the pro bono system under which I work.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for your work.
So what's left? What's left then is that I'm going forward to continue to pry into the truth through the legal system as best I can, using lawsuit such as the one I'm now preparing.
Okay, great.
Then maybe we'll get some more evidence. I don't know. We'll see.
May they rest in peace. Once again, thank you for watching the Margaret McLean Show. And please subscribe, because I'll be following many more cases as we continue. Thank you.